Bitcoin's first transaction was for pizza, but it almost wasn't. Let's kick things off with one of the most legendary Bitcoin facts, but with a twist. We all know about the famous Bitcoin pizza story. Laszlo Hanyecz paid 10,000 BTC for 2 pizzas back in 2010. But did you know he could have paid even fewer BTC? The story goes that Laszlo posted on a Bitcoin forum, offering to pay 10,000 BTC for a couple of pizzas. But here's the kicker. Originally, he only wanted 1,000 BTC to be spent, but no one bid at that price. So, a simple pizza transaction became one of the most expensive meals ever eaten. With Bitcoin's current price, those pizzas are worth over $1 billion. Maybe it's time to rethink our pizza orders. Satoshi Nakamoto's identity is still a mystery, but here's an amazing theory. The identity of Bitcoin's mysterious creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, is still unknown. Did you know that there are some compelling theories about who might be behind the alias? Some believe that Satoshi could be Nick Szabo, a computer scientist and cryptographer who created the concept of BitGold, a precursor to Bitcoin. Szabo's writing style is eerily similar to Satoshi's, and some even claim they share the same penchant for using the word "we" in communication. But there's an even crazier theory. Satoshi could be a group of people, not just one individual. This idea is fueled by the fact that Bitcoin's launch was so impeccably executed that many believe only a collaborative effort between multiple experts could pull it off. So, while Satoshi's identity remains the greatest riddle in the crypto space, maybe we're closer to the truth than we think. Or maybe we're just stuck in the matrix. The first Bitcoin block was a secret message. Did you know the first block of Bitcoin ever mined, known as the Genesis block, contains a hidden message? It's not just code, it's a little jab at traditional banking. If you look at the data encoded in the block, it reads, "The Times, 3rd January, 2009. Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks." This is a reference to a headline from the Times newspaper on January 3rd, 2009, the day the first block was mined. Satoshi wasn't just creating a new kind of money. He was sending a message about distrust in the traditional financial system and how it needed to be reimagined. Bitcoin was born out of the 2008 financial crisis, and that headline is the perfect finger to the system from its creator. Bitcoin's supply is programmed to never exceed 21 million, and it's going to get even scarcer. You might know that Bitcoin has a fixed supply of 21 million coins, but what you might not know is that the last Bitcoin will be mined in the year of 2100. Why does that matter? Well, Bitcoin is designed to be deflationary, meaning its supply becomes more limited over time, making it even more valuable. Every 4 years, Bitcoin's block reward, the reward miners receive for verifying transactions, is halved, creating a scarcity effect. So, with fewer and fewer new coins entering circulation, and more demand for the ones already out there, Bitcoin's value could rise as time passes. Want to get your hands on some before the supply runs out? Better act fast, the year 2140 will be here before we know it. Bitcoin's blockchain has been used for more than just transactions. It's a data ledger. Everyone knows Bitcoin is for sending money, but did you know it's also being used as a data storage platform? Yes, Bitcoin's blockchain can store small amounts of data thanks to something called OP return. This feature lets people encode arbitrary data into Bitcoin transactions, making it possible to record everything from encrypted messages to legal documents. In 2014, a group of researchers even used Bitcoin's blockchain to store the Genesis block's image, basically creating a permanent decentralized timestamp for their work. You can even embed a full digital artwork on Bitcoin, making it a powerful and immutable medium for anything that needs to be recorded securely and forever. The world's first Bitcoin ATM was installed in 2013, and it wasn't what you'd expect. The world's first Bitcoin ATM didn't come from a Silicon Valley startup. It was actually installed in Vancouver, Canada in 2013. The machine was a bit different from today's ATMs. It didn't just let you withdraw cash. Instead, it allowed users to buy Bitcoin with cash. The ATM from RoboCoin was placed in a coffee shop called Waves Coffee House. While there were some hiccups, including the high fees and the fact that people didn't quite understand what Bitcoin was back then, it marked a pivotal moment in crypto adoption. Fast forward to today, and you'll find thousands of Bitcoin ATMs all over the world. So, if you've ever used one, you were part of a piece of Bitcoin history. Here's a grim reality. Over 3 million BTC are lost forever. How? Well, people lose their private keys or wallets get destroyed, and those coins are gone for good. It's estimated that around 20% of the total supply of Bitcoin is locked up and inaccessible. Some of those lost coins belong to early adopters who mined Bitcoin when it was worth almost nothing, only to lose access to them over the years. Why does this matter? As more and more coins become lost, the supply of Bitcoin becomes even more limited. This could drive up the value of the remaining accessible coins, especially as demand for Bitcoin grows globally. So, make sure you don't lose yours. Bitcoin has been used to fund political campaigns and charity. Bitcoin is not just a store of value or a medium for anonymous transactions. It's actually been used for some interesting causes. For example, Bitcoin donations have been a key funding source for various political campaigns, especially in places like Ukraine. During the 2022 Russian invasion, the Ukrainian government set up a Bitcoin wallet and raised millions in crypto donations to help fund their defense efforts. Similarly, Bitcoin is increasingly being used for charitable causes, whether it's for COVID-19 relief efforts or supporting natural disaster victims. Bitcoin has proven to be an effective tool for international aid, bypassing traditional banking restriction. The price of Bitcoin was once less than a cent. Yes, Bitcoin's price used to be almost free. Back in 2010, the price of one Bitcoin was less than a penny. In fact, it wasn't until 2013 that Bitcoin reached a value of over $100. And it wasn't until the 2017 bull run that Bitcoin first hit $20,000. That early stage price is now considered the golden era of Bitcoin investment. Just imagine how many of you could have gotten in back then for the price of a cup of coffee. In 2021, El Salvador became the first country to make Bitcoin legal tender. While it was a historic move for crypto, many Salvadorans were skeptical. Polls showed most citizens didn't trust Bitcoin's volatility. To encourage adoption, the government launched the Chivo wallet, offering $30 in Bitcoin for users who signed up. Despite some technical issues and criticism, El Salvador's Bitcoin experiment sparked global debate on whether other countries could follow suit. Got a favorite Bitcoin fact? Or one that left your jaw on the floor? Drop a comment, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun, wild, and informative content about crypto. See you in the next one.